Hello, good morning. Yeah, how are you?
Good morning. Good. Really good.
Good, good
Thanks. How are
morning,
you?
everyone. I'm good. Waiting for the
Mm.
weather that keeps changing. It was so rainy yesterday, and it's so
Yeah,
nice and sunny this morning. So who knows? Go figure.
I
Good
guess it's the
morning,
same here.
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner, and it's today. It's on it. We are talking about the impact of religion, hypocrisy, and lies on your life journey.
Mm-hmm.
If you come from the communities where we come from or from the African continent, you can relate to this topic. Not to say that people from other places don't relate to this, but what impact is it having on your life? And sometimes it's important that we go back and look at these things and do an assessment and figure out how best to move forward. Is it working for you? Is it not working for you? I'll leave it there and let Ya have a chat with you, and I'll go share to groups and then we can continue.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone. I I forgot I had to chat with you guys.
Well,
Well, Auntie Yaa'S shares to the groups. If you're here, good morning or whatever time that you're in, and don't forget to share as well, because you don't know who you'll be helping in sharing this, because we're here discussing, like talking, chatting in Auntie Yaa'S Corner, but every week I do take something. I keep writing, if you've noticed, when you guys are texting
oh,
in and Auntie is
oh, I
also
see.
talking, because yeah, because
That's good.
yeah, yeah. And we learn from you, you learn from us, and that's how it's
Yes.
supposed to be. And then we grow together. We own our stuff together. Today, religion. When Auntie mentioned it, I said, "Ooh, that's some topic."
That's a kicker.
Yeah, because it is a big one, and it has a lot of influence on us, especially um as you know who I'm talking about, as
Mhm,
religion, and I think it's mainly Christianity too. So we'll be
mhm,
delving more into that, because I'm not sure about the other religions. I do know a bit about it, but if we look at influences and our development, and like as as a whole, as a people, so much
mhm.
so that even when our environments change, we don't want to change or we don't want to adopt. It's so ingrained in us, and
Mhm.
it is a pity. So if you're here and you're too sensitive with religion, um, well, I may advise you to either leave or don't be rude, actually,
Yes.
because we're talking from our experiences. You can share yours as well, but you have to be objective
Mhm.
here. Uh, yeah, like
I'm glad that you made that qualifier, yeah, because what I find is that
mm-hmm,
um we tend to be just the one way, and we don't. I'm glad you also made the qualifier on the type of religion we're talking about. I can
yes,
speak mainly to Christianity. I may know one or two little things about other religions, but
yeah,
I don't have the expertise to sit here and talk about it
about them, yeah,
in any meaningful way. So we have to be very objective. We can
yeah,
only speak what we know, what we have walked. And in
exactly,
our case, is the impact of the Christian faith on our
Christian,
life
yeah,
journey.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly, yeah. So welcome everyone. I am I, I am actually tired today. I don't know.
Mm.
because it's been, yeah, I don't know. At a point, I even thought I had COVID, but I don't have COVID.
Oh wow, again, eh?
Mm, yeah, I thought I
You
did,
know,
but I
people
didn't.
keep
Yeah.
having it again and again.
Oh, yeah. I know someone who's had it 3 times already.
It's just, I guess we have to look at it now like we're dealing with a common flu, right?
Right.
It
Right.
just comes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they.
Okay, so I'll put the banner up and then we can
Okay.
start.
Mhm.
Where are we? There it is.
Yes.
So for me, all I can say is that growing up in Ghana, you know, everything was faith based, the Christian faith.
Yeah.
Your music, even in secondary school, whether you learned Bible studies or not, you always went to church in the mornings before you went to have breakfast and go to classes. Sundays there was church. So
Right.
it's all around you. The music, you see the signs on the cars and all that. And that was the foundation. It's like it
Mm-hmm.
taught us our values, the good and the bad, right and wrong. So
Yeah.
that was the perspective it had on us. And in those days, they were just the Orthodox ones. Catholic in my family, there were Catholics and then there were Presbyterians. Then we have the Methodist and Anglican. So
Yeah.
that's what I knew mainly till these other ones started coming up. I don't know what they call them, charismatics. I don't charismatics, so all these other Pentecost, all these other denominations also came along. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, and even myself, I'm from a Presbyterian background, like or so I was told. My grandfather, my mom's father, he was the first African general manager of Presbyterian schools. So it's like,
Oh,
first,
okay.
yeah, he was always being posted. I remember, like, I have a classmate who goes to visit her mom in Peki. So every time she's going, she passes on the Volta Adome Bridge,
Yeah.
and then she makes me homesick because I said, "That's my home. That's my bridge." Because I remember going through there. Hello, Amajo. Welcome. How are you doing? I remember always traveling that way for Christmases and things like that.
Mm,
So, this here, even for myself personally, I remember when I was young, my dad used to buy these books for us. Oh yeah, Kola, you don't understand certain things. They don't, it's not anything they say, but you see them doing it. We had all the
right.
classics in our house like Heidi, Black Beauty, William Tell, all those ones, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you know. And then there was the children's Bible that you see right now, the very colorful ones with all the stories in it.
Right.
We have that. So I've always told, I remember telling this to a colleague of mine at work who's also a believer. I said, up to today, when I read the Bible, I see those
Picture.
pictures in my mind.
Yes. Yes.
And how old am I today? And look back there. So you see the foundation.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is very important.
Powerful.
To have a faith is a very powerful foundation in your life. But how
Mm-hmm.
it's applied up till now, when I hear somebody talk about Jephthah, I see the daughter coming out to meet, you
With
know,
the tambourine,
yes,
and yes,
yes,
I remember
yes.
that picture.
Or when they talk about the Red Sea parting, you see Moses in
Moses.
front walking, or when the
That's
when the
true.
spies were sent to the
Oh, they
promise,
were
they
holding
were
the
sent
grapes and
the
stuff.
grapes. Yes,
Yeah, I
so
remember those pictures.
everything, or even like
True.
was it the picture of was it Mary Magdalene who went to the tomb and then being
Mm-hmm.
told, "Why are you looking for the living among the dead?"
The
Like,
dead. Yeah.
hello, boss lady.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I hope say you are doing well. So all these things are important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we have to define religion, it says it's a unified system of beliefs and practices relative to sacred things. So
Just like I only remember the one I
was it
saw.
just like that for me, Bridge? I'm a joke. Yeah.
I love
So
your picture, by the way.
Yeah, that picture is the
Really
bomb.
nice. Yes, it
It's the
is.
bomb. So, um, like for me, I would say that I'm a person of deep faith, and but the way I look at it, it's time to call a spade a spade.
Right,
Have we
right.
gone overboard and become what I call religious nuts?
Mm. Nuts, dickhead nuts.
Yes, because yeah, when you go on any um social media thread and the topic has come up, and especially if it's to do with things of faith,
Mm-hmm.
but the issue is something that is requires or demands a practical answer, then you see all the scriptures. I'm not saying scriptures are not important, but you read it and you ask yourself, who are these people? Look, you can use this scripture to explain away, but sometimes it calls for practical. It 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 calls for practical. That's why I call it practical nyamesem. Hello,
Yeah.
Ajua. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
I was asking myself, where is this
Where is
woman?
she?
Because this topic, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
you know, it's like, what happened to us? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and then to our faith, right? We emphasize compassion and love. But what do we see right now?
Huh. We're
It's in the
supposed to.
church. It's in the church. Hello, Sister Asho. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Hello,
Oh,
Sister Eunice.
hi.
Hakwaba,
That's
Hakwaba.
all.
Welcome, welcome, everybody. You know, so what do we see? It's in the
Hmm.
church that you see the greatest pain.
Hmm.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I draw your chair comments. No? The greatest pain, like, yeah, I'll leave you to make some opening comments and then we'll continue. Me dear chair,
Yeah.
I'll be talking the whole time and you'll just be
Yeah.
listening to me.
Well, as I
Awesome.
said from the beginning, we're concentrating on Christianity because that's what we know, that's what we've practiced, and that's what we're living. Actually, it's supposed to be a lifestyle. And um, one thing is that from the beginning, it's like from when you're a child, Christianity is based on free will.
Hmm.
Even Adam and Eve were given free will. They weren't
Yes.
forced to do anything. But if you look at now, it's like the church wants to control everything that you do. And it starts from as kids. I think that as parents, I'm not saying you shouldn't expose your child to the Christianity. I hate to say religion. It is a religion, but I hate to say it because of the way we're doing it. But yeah, you should expose them to it. But if we make them understand what it is,
Hmm.
then they can choose. But if we're saying, and the typical example is that if you don't go to church, you go to hell. It's like a fear based thing, but it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, that was my next sentence. Religion fills people with fear, so people are
Oh,
afraid of
yeah.
living.
Yes. Yes, yes. And it starts when you're a kid. It's like, so
Hmm.
it becomes something that we do instead of something that we actually want to do and live. It's like
Hmm.
something back home. It's like Sunday you have to go to church, and it
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily mean that you really want to, but you have to go to church. That's what it made me say. No, Christian.
That's all. And then they have a kupa.
It's true. We're practicing
We've
more
made it
religion than
religion. That's why I'm
Christianity is.
calling it that.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
true. It's true.
it's
Yeah, but that
religion.
that is it. Yeah, it's true.
Because yeah, there's
It's not
religion and
supposed to
there's
be.
relationship.
Yes, and Christianity is
Mm.
supposed to be relationship with God,
Yes,
a one-on-one thing.
yes.
Yeah, but um, we're not doing it. I think that's what I'm saying. The basis of it growing up, we did not get the basis of it, and then as
Hmm.
adults, the churches are
Hmm.
also not helping by stressing on the core foundation. You will eat some of this. Sunday jollof.
Oh, by force. So my daddy, aha.
It's true. It's true.
Yes.
I was forced to, and
Yeah.
I just went for going sake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there, but my mind is not even there. I'm not even listening. And then it got
Yes.
worse when we changed to Pentecost, and I had to tie a scarf on my head. That killed me right there.
Everything inside you died.
Oh my god!
Folks,
So
I
I'd
think
go.
today we'll be here a long time, so be prepared to go for the ride.
Yeah, so I would go and maybe in the middle of it go stand outside, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll go just to please you, but not because I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I think it starts from there. The basics are terrible, and
Mm-hmm.
then now the churches are also focusing on other things other than the basis, which is love. Because if love is preached and instilled in us, a lot of these things like abuse and all, they would not happen in the churches. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you love someone, I don't see how you would want to abuse the person. If you love
Mm-hmm.
someone, I don't see how you'd want to lie to the person. But you can't
Mm-hmm.
even trust people in the church, not even the leaders, because we are also a people who like to talk a lot, and we can't we can't keep secrets. Not even the leaders. Like
I've
everything,
changed it. Mm-hmm.
religion, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and I know a bit. Like I know that, the Buddhists, they say it's um a way of life. That's how they portray it. My job,
Today, everybody is going to
what
tell
you
their
know,
story.
oh Lord,
That's what said now
woman,
Christianity is more money. Yes, yes,
it
human
is,
pleasing.
it is,
Ah, it's
and
funny you
and
say human pleasing. The
yeah,
nuggets, the nuggets that I do today, I put on my list. I have to talk about people pleasing. When you
people
don't know who
pleasing,
you are, you want to please everybody. Yeah. So
yeah. So yeah, and another aspect of it that it's mechanical is the sow a seed and reap something. I mean, the
yeah,
focus
you're
is
going deep.
too much. Like,
You're going deep. You're taking on the topic.
okay, so
Oh,
we have that attitude towards life. It's
yes.
it's not moving us forward because everything we do, we expect something back. We don't
Hmm.
know that you can give without expecting anything back. It's
Yes.
like every time someone does something for you, you better expect that they will want you to do something for them. But
Yeah.
it should. Hmm,
There are brothel that we live with here.
hmm,
They are not, they'll tell you, said they are not people, faith, but the things that
hmm.
they'll do, and especially when it comes to Christmas time, this charitable work
Oh
and
my.
so what
Yeah.
about us? So it tells me that with us, it's the stingy mindset. Poverty has a lot to do with it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we only grab for self. We've not been taught
Mm-hmm.
to think of other people. The religion says it, but we don't do it. We
Yeah.
don't practice
Yeah.
that. We don't. So you see how all this here, religion, we're not done talking about religion, but the topic, it all flows together. Religion leads to hypocrisy, and then hypocrisy, the lies. So a hypocrite, will do, we will, oh, how come I posted this already, but then it pops back again like it's a new comment. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you were saying, when I described like the fear of living, religion makes people fear living. So, to live means discover
Mm-hmm.
your potential and achieve a higher state of being.
Yeah.
But do we, does
Yeah.
anybody talk to us on that, right? So, this article that I said I saw on the internet, it explains it so well. So, religion is based on the idea of sin. You are not good or you are not holy enough. Okay, I say. And so with all this
Mm-hmm.
behavior, God's
Yeah.
mercy and his love, we've forgotten it. So it explains to me why it explains. I think Sister Assault's point, Nyame Pesi Ehupa, because it keeps
Yeah.
popping up like it's a new comment. So I'll
Oh,
post.
oh.
Yeah, So then there's something we call legalism. It's like you're following religious dogma.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have sinned. God is watching that behavior. Oh, if you do this, you're going to hell. If you do this, you're going to hell. Hey, I've had a
Mm-hmm.
family member tell me that I'm going to hell because of unforgiveness. Meanwhile,
No.
the other person was doing something. You see that our system is full of katasumu emuasu.
I'm guessing the other
And
person was older.
yes, the other
So
person they were
automatically
older.
you're wrong.
Yeah,
Gosh.
yes. And the other person involved in it, they won't correct them, they won't talk to them and say, hey, what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing is wrong, but it's
Mm-hmm.
you, you know.
I think it's shifting.
Hello.
Yay! That's my sister.
Hello, yeah, sister. I know her. She say, yeah, sister. She's probably laughing over there.
I know.
Uh, oh. And our religion, so it teaches people to be perfect. You see how it leads to self-righteousness.
Yes, it does.
And so then it becomes self-hate. When you do wrong, then you are hating yourself. So you see everybody as evil. So now, yeah, I'm explaining this. When I read this, then it explained to me what I've been seeing on social media threads, how people are so judgmental.
Yeah.
Yes, hell and
Hell
heaven
and
mind
heaven
game.
mind
Thank
game. Yeah.
you. Uh-huh. And our religion is keeping people in ignorance. Yeah, said to live means to learn, and life is an
Mm-hmm.
ongoing lesson. But we're in a religion to fear of seeking new knowledge. Oh no, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Should I
we,
like
we
saying
don't,
hi?
yeah, yeah, we don't seek new knowledge because of our religious rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think so that it's the part that I liked in this article. It says religion frees people from personal responsibility.
Yes,
uh,
I
taking
also have
taking
accountability here.
taking responsibility for
Mm-hmm.
oneself can be quite burdensome to let somebody else make choices and decisions for you. And so we don't want to create our own path, but we just follow others. So you see the
Mm-hmm.
mindlessness. I make this joke when I say it. I think people don't get what I mean. I always say that we before Christians,
Mm-hmm.
when we get to the church, it seems like we check our brains at the door and walk in, and then the church takes over.
Yeah.
But God has given us wisdom. This thing here, oh, I better remember to add it to my list. Your mind is your greatest asset
Is
in
your
this
greatest
life
asset.
that you are in.
True.
So if you are not using it, I'm sorry, there's a big problem. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, we just follow, we just follow, we just follow. Pray for me, pray for me. Yes. And so when we talk of the relationship side of things, Noah, this behavior, religion no versus relationship, a lot of
Mm.
people, they are so holy. I've forgotten myself. Anyway, this also is something like a Bible. It's a Bible promise book. You see them Sundays holding their Bible, looking so pious and sanctimonious. Or quite sorry. And they are the people who will tell you that, "Wo, many when
Kwaba.
you see me, kwaba, be back, you see what I'll do to you." Holding it. You know something? They're holding it. But ask me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, do they read it?
No,
And
they don't.
Sunday, they pick it up again. You've gone and borrowed money to dress, prepare, and go back. Mhm.
Mm.
So this is what Jesus is coming equals laziness and poverty. Oh, you know what?
Oh Lord. Mm.
Um, also, you've given me another topic. Jesus is coming equals laziness and
Laziness
poverty.
and
I call
poverty.
manna
I
is not
say
falling.
yes,
Manna
so.
is not falling anymore.
And
Hey.
this accountability thing.
Mhm.
Last week I saw on YouTube. There's a hotel in Nigeria, and a lady went there, booked a room,
Hello,
went in.
message.
Well, hi, Miss Sage. And then she said, as soon as she put her bags down, she lay down. She heard someone knocking on her door. She went to open, and it's a hotel staff saying that it's time for prayers.
Hey.
Yes, it's time for prayers. She was videoing. It was like a video. So she said she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to come, and then she looked through her window because they were making noise. So she
Mm-hmm.
opened the window, and in the courtyard, you see people gathered and praying.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked myself, did you build the hotel to turn it into a church? Like, people come to a hotel because they're tired, they come to rest and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. You're supposed to provide peace of mind, rest, and stuff. But no,
Mm-hmm.
because of religion, whatever they're doing is right. And you had people in the comment section actually approving of this and saying that because the lady doesn't go to church, that's why. Like, it's amazing how people think just because of religion.
Yeah.
So because we're praying, everything is good, no matter where we are or what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. And if you have just come on, this is what we're talking about. Let's own it, the impact of religion, hypocrisy, and lies on our life journey. We're calling it religion. Christianity is our faith, but we're calling it religion. And we're talking about religion versus relationship. We are making the
Hmm.
qualifier that
Yeah.
Christianity is based on a relationship between you and
And
God.
God.
We make it a religion when we turn it into rules and regulations. We become self righteous. This is what you have to do. This is what you don't have to do.
Hmm.
Making rules for people, making it hard. And that one, it becomes, what do you call it? Legalism.
Legalism. Yeah.
Legalism, yeah. You can't do this. You can't do that. We don't do this. We don't do showers in our, we don't do baby showers. We don't do this. We don't do that. What happened to liberty? You know so sometimes we need to look. Until I left some of these environments, I didn't know you have to think critically for yourself. You own your life.
Yeah.
The book that I have is called Own It. Taking responsibility and accountability for your own life journey, and it includes owning matters of your faith. I'm not a hypocrite to come and sit here and be talking about this topic. And even if somebody hears you talk about this, those things that, oh, you are sitting there bragging. No, my point about it is I believe in relationships. So almost every day, mainly, I would say almost, I make sure that I sit down myself and I read my Bible. Nobody needs to know about that, but for the purposes of this exercise, that is what I'm saying. It's not going to church and shouting, putting on clothes, beautiful clothes, and you know, beautiful clothes that you don't even have money to buy. And then because there's competition, every Sunday we have to wear new clothes. It's all
Oh,
about it. It's all about the outward appearances.
outward appearances.
Yes.
Yep.
The church that I
Yeah.
go to now,
Hypocrisy.
okay, last year I started going there, yeah. So there's some tops, like it was winter time here, it's now spring. So you buy these long sleeve tops. And there's
Right.
about 3 or 4 of them, yeah. I've worn it interchangeably, yeah. Like, oh, one day I'll put a
Nobody
scarf.
cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody is looking. Me, I
No.
don't care. I don't even see this. When was the last time I wore this? I know I wore you before, but I'm wearing you today. I
That's
don't
what I
care.
want to wear today. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
Ajua had said Christianity in our nation seems to have become chronic issues and a major setting conditions. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, dear, your mind is your greatest asset. Use it to. Yes, I like this one. You become the devil if you don't praise their idealism. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then competition and self-identify.
Mm.
Ah, or is it identity? So I really don't know. Mhm. But these are things like all this, it leads to brainwashing. There's
Yeah.
a lot of misunderstanding, hatred, divisions, disunity. There's even cults. Let me tell you a story if you
Hmm.
haven't heard or about it already. Um, there's this guy, they call him Daddy Abraham in Ekiti State, I think in Nigeria. He made people pay, was it 310,000 naira or something, to go into a place. some building, some dungeon looking place that they are preparing themselves for Jesus' coming or
Oh
something.
gosh.
And so it's become a big thing. And people that they were analyzing it on their television set, and they said this better not become another Jim Jones, you know.
Yeah.
So
Look
what is it
that.
about us that makes us so mindless, so brainless, you know? And every time I am this, what's his name? Osofo Mark Aban, he comes and explains a lot of these things, right? And then you
Mm-hmm.
see people. My thing about it is, what is wrong with us are people. If somebody is doing their program and you don't agree with their viewpoints, you also have you are obviously you're on Facebook too because you are making comments on his platform.
Right.
Go to your platform, turn your camera on and say your views, but don't
Yes.
come on somebody's platform and force them to think the way you think. Oh, why
Yeah.
are you talking about this? Because this or because that. Like this is how we've been programmed. We don't think very critically. So as soon as somebody says their opinion, oh, because it doesn't agree with yours, boom, there's a fight. I have a problem with you. I can't think like you. My brain, maybe my brain even looks different from yours. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, like Ajua says, Sister, yeah, I cannot think critically when the mind is not functional. Religion in our nation have drafted their own doctrines where salvation is no longer being exactly. It's something
Yeah.
else. We don't even talk about the hard realities because men of God are afraid to tell people the truth. Because if you tell them the truth, they won't
Stop
pay their
giving.
tithe or they won't
Mm-hmm.
fire, they won't bring the money in to make things flow. I don't know. Yes, 310. So yes,
Oh,
that's the money
that's
that
the amount. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And this word here, gullible. Thank
Yes.
you. Gullible.
Very
You know,
gullible.
you see Mema Kentinka with things on their head, chanting something, the person or whoever their spiritual leader is, and then they are chanting and making, you know, hey, I can't think very
And
far.
this Jesus coming thing is like it's like an old one. People have used
Mhm,
it over and over, and if only you'd read your Bible, you'd know that
mhm.
nobody knows the time or
Knows the
season. So
time.
why would you?
Yes.
Because I remember, I forget the year. Maybe so I'll remember. There was a year that they said he was. I think maybe the 2000. And you normally on midnight New Year's Eve, I would go to church. But I was so annoyed at the whole thing that 31st, I just went to the club and I said, Jesus,
Mhm,
hombre. Like,
mhm.
oh,
It was
yeah, it was
2000.
2000. Yeah. It's surprising. People sell their stuff just because someone told them Jesus is coming. Come on.
Mm,
The
hmm.
guy himself said nobody knows. He didn't even tell his
Okay,
disciples.
yeah. I'm Ajua.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then we are too superstitious too. Like
yes.
everything is spiritual. We're not
Mm-hmm.
saying that things are not spiritual. There is the spiritual world. I truly believe in it. And even when I watch like secular movies, there are traces of stuff that I know that even people who are not Christians know that there is a spiritual world. So it must be true, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But we are we just let it control our everything, and even when a cockroach passes by, it is it's
It
your
was sent.
grandmother be
Yeah, yeah, stop what you are saying. They send the cockroach away. The cockroach was sent purposely for you.
and and this one it prevents us from thinking objectively about things. Like when something
Mhm,
happens, instead of breaking down and to see like what you did wrong, or I mean situations happen that you might have made a mistake and it
mhm.
happened, or it could also not be you. But if we don't sit down to objectively think about it, we would never know and never move forward because we're blaming it on people.
Yeah, sorry, I'm laughing because Tasika said I should invite her to the Susum. Yes. Oh gosh, Susum Wiase.
Yes,
Amajo
yes.
says
The
the black
black
cat
cat
will
was
sing
sent
too.
to.
Yes, that's what the black cats, when you see one, trouble.
Yeah.
So all these
Yeah.
religious behaviors, like we are so self-righteous. Look, I know of one sister who said, I think she's not on here. Yeah, she made a comment. I think the comments are coming back. So
Hmm.
I'll come back to it. Many fail to do self-care, get the annual physical done, have realistic goals set because everything is spiritual indeed with their favorite term. So, we are saying, oh, hello, Esther. Why? Yeah, that may have been the Y2K year 1999 moving into
Oh
2000 was
yeah.
full of a lot of misinformation about the end time. Yes, yes,
Yes.
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 That is true. I can't believe it's 22 years ago now. Wow. Time has flown.
Oh, time flies
That was
really,
just
really.
something else.
Yeah.
So, you know, this sister was saying that she was the worship leader. And
Hmm.
then when she got divorced, they took her off. So you see
Mm-hmm.
how this same church,
Ah,
a church that is supposed to practice love and what have you, they will condemn you, they will
yeah,
judge you. So you see, it takes a lot to hold on to your faith. It
it
takes a
does.
lot because a lot of people think about it. Um, what did I don't want to come and quote things out of. I think Jesus looking at some little children and say, if you cause one of these to turn away from me, like
Mm-hmm.
woe betide you kind things. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people have fallen away from the Christian faith because of our behaviors. You and
yes,
I,
yeah,
things because we don't show love, we don't know love, we
yeah,
don't even want to speak the truth. You
mm,
can be told when you speak the truth too much, you become an enemy. I've
yeah,
been there, I've walked that. So, me that I'm sitting here, I just made the statement that it takes a lot to stay in your faith. The things
mm,
that I've gone through, I could have walked away and said, ah, maybe.
forget it.
It's like
Yeah,
it's too much because you don't mean anything bad, you don't mean anything evil. You just what you see in the word is like, oh, okay, let's do it. And then no, 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 it becomes a
mm-hmm.
problem. You question
Yeah,
something, it becomes a problem. Just keep your mouth shut. And but am I a robot?
no,
Like, when God created us, did He expect us to be clones of each other? Everybody bobbing their head and saying yes. Look, if you are talking to in a group, or you are in a group of friends, or what situation, and you are speaking, and everybody agrees with you, you should know you have a problem. If you don't see it as a problem, then you're a control freak because you want to be in power. So you want
yeah,
yes men.
yeah,
Because don't trust if you are in a group, you have three friends, and then you are saying something. You say who is saying it, you know that there's something wrong with what you are saying, and they are
and they're
agreeing with
not
you,
saying
and you
anything.
feel
Yeah,
good about it, then you have a problem.
yeah,
And
yeah,
these are some of the truths they don't want us to speak. And
mm-hmm.
so why do you see that they tell you that we are in the faith. So, and God deposited, like, otherwise, why would Jesus be having these parables about talents and this and that? So there's gifts in you that have
Yeah,
to come out. And yet,
yeah,
when you're in these same churches, the gifts in you become a threat and you become
disagree
public
you.
enemy
Mm-hmm.
number one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like people around you, you see their behaviors, you see their attitudes, and this is what we do. So I always say that culture versus faith. In our
Yeah,
case, the culture, never mind the faith and the word of God. Now, yes, so mama pano. When something is going good for you, you see the behaviors of the same fellow Christians in quotes around you. I had a man of God say that there was a young gentleman who wrote a book. I've made this statement again, but for this topic, I'll say it again. And he was having a book launch. The church people did not show up. Are we believers? Aren't we supposed to rejoice with people when they are rejoicing and mourn
mm-hmm.
with, but when you are, something is going well with you? Because we don't know the concept that Jesus said. When you see your fellow brethren doing well, be happy for them because yours is also on the way. We don't know that.
Yeah,
So why do we say we are Christians and why do we go to church? What are we hearing there? What do we go there for? So you have to question why you go there. Some
mm-hmm.
some people it's a social club. They go there to dress up,
Yeah,
and some people is to make
show off.
connections.
Yeah,
Some people is just to be brown nose and be the pet of them. I don't know. And then there's the people there who genuinely want to know God. But those people, they are looked at something strange. In this time and era, nobody wants to deal with truth. So
Yeah.
we have the cultural katasumwemwa, so that is going on in our environment, and then we have the one inside the church. So as Ajua says, this become a big, big mess.
Big circus.
Remember last week I quoted Ronald Reagan's
Reagan.
quote. Ronald Reagan's quote. It says, "Status quo is it means the mess that we are in. Like we don't want to change anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let
Mm-hmm.
it just stay the same. And we are
Stay
not.
the
We don't
same
change.
things. So yeah.
We don't want to change. Yes, exactly. The main confusion is our culture and the religion,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
nobody is taking a look at it. Like even where we come from, whose platform did I put this yesterday? I said, uh, timidity and cowardice. That is our trademark traits. Yeah, timid. Because at the end, we are looking at it, but we don't want to talk about it. No, no, no. It's not that. It's this. Something will be here. It's white. Somebody will tell you it's black, and you have to take it. If you don't take it, you are their enemy for life.
Yeah.
What is wrong with us? So
Hmm.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't. And you know something? Rwanda, they were so brave to talk and say that these quack churches and whatever, you have to either you have to go to school or show something before you can be opening a church.
So they
But
can
Ghana,
just open. Hey.
our leaders, oh, we
They'll
haven't
say
seen
yeah,
anything.
666. You've been
Look,
sent.
I'm sorry. My mother is my mother. I love her, but the Katasumu was so that I talk about. I see it from her first class. If it is this, you say, oh, it's that. I'm like, but it's not like that. She, she likes one political party and not the other. So
And that is it.
anything bad that is happening is that other one. Then I'll say, hey, they are all problematic. Please don't go there. You know? And so
Yeah.
it's like they have this opinion, they want to force it on you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, there's a brain in my head too, or I can think. You know? Look, we are sick as a society. Look, all I'm saying here, somebody will come on this platform, they are sitting there bashing Christianity. Hey, me,
Mm-hmm.
huh? I've written books and it's based on the Bible.
Christianity.
Yes, I believe in my Bible. I do. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but by golly, like this pretending and doing this, what it's a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. Let's be honest. You know, how can you say you are a Christian and then you don't even read the Bible and you're going around cheating and hurting? You know something, Kofi Kenata, that song of his. I was in Ghana.
Oh,
I was in Ghana in 2019 when I heard the song. I said, I love this guy. I love this
that's
song. He
so
has to get
yeah.
an award. I said, this guy has to win an award for this song. And he did. It he had it down pat that if you don't know, go and find it. I forget the title of the song, but that
I think things
it's a
fall apart
classic.
or
It
something like that.
explains what our Christianity is.
Yeah.
Yes. Just also says I personally think most of Africans have some kind of mental illness. That is oh, I'll give you the Nobel Peace Prize for that. Or do you want the Pulitzer?
Oh, Randy.
You know something? It's funny that a Jumem Cry used to say that, hey, you know what? We're all here, but let me tell you this. Every year, I think we all need to have an assessment. Just check yourself out. That's all. Amajo says we know the truth. We don't know the truth. We are now understanding bit by bit. Amajo, bit by bit, no crap on it's you or some people they don't even want the bit by bit.
They won't
Almost
accept the fact that they don't know.
standing where they are standing. They don't care. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think have we explained religion enough? Let's go on commercial and come back and do. There was this Albert Einstein quote. I don't know if I wrote it properly. It says, if people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed.
Oh, that's Christians for sure.
Yeah,
Sorry, Lord. Yeah. No,
yeah.
I was just going to add that you
Hmm.
still have your faith because you built a relationship. That's the only thing that can stand, and that's the
Yeah,
only thing that will keep you standing because
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same for me too. If not for what I know or what it's
Hmm.
between me and God, so I don't care about what other people say. Although
See,
sometimes it's
yes,
tough and very annoying. Like,
it is. It is.
yeah,
It
but
is.
yeah.
It's very frustrating. Okay, let's we'll be right back. Oh, this thing is obstructing me. Okay, there we go.
These are some of the things or topics that I talk about on my channel. So please head out there and check it out. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, what's my what's in Russell? You can search for it, or you can go on my social media pages at Yeah Russell Hints, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, and you can share all my previous videos as well to support me.
Please go and support Sister Yaa'S Russell. She's doing some incredible things, okay? Go and subscribe, watch some, learn something. We always learn something. Let's learn something. Hello, and there it is. That is Own It, a guide to taking responsibility and accountability for your own life journey. Who better to write this book than a firstborn? Too responsible because you get dumped on to do everything that people refuse to do? No, but seriously, this is my take on life. You have been brought on this earth. You are here by yourself. You are not attached to anybody. Even twins are not attached together unless they were born as Siamese twins, right? And then, of course, maybe surgery may be done to separate them. But you owe it to yourself to try and live your best life. I won't say that I've lived my best life all up to now. Where's Amajo? I was also drifting through life till suddenly I woke up and I thought, hey, there's got to be more. So there's got to be more for me. As I started putting my thoughts down, posting it around, then I said, okay, let me publish my books. And I'm still on that journey. So here, yeah, and I sit here and talk. And if you enjoy it, fine. If you don't, well, waka pass.
Too bad.
This is one of the things that we have to learn, that we have to allow people to be. You know, people own yourself, own your stuff with no apology. I'm not saying go through life dumping on people, disrespecting people. No, that's not what we're talking about. It's about being real with yourself. When you own, you know, and love yourself, you are able to extend it to others. And if we do that, we'll be in a better position. And even albeit in our society, this topic that we're talking about today, if we were doing it the right way, we would be far ahead. But why is it that those countries right now where they brought the faith to us and now they've become human, what's the term? Human secular societies. They are secular societies. The churches are empty. Church buildings are up for sale and all that. Look all around you and look what they have done. So it goes to show you that they are using their mind, but you have the word of God. Look, let me tell you, anything that you read, to me, in my faith, anything I read in the Bible, I believe it. So the point of what we're talking about is you're reading it, but you are not applying it. You are like that man that James said that they read the word, then they go out, they look at themselves in the mirror, they walk away, and then they forget what they look like. How can that be if you have this powerful tool? Because people are yelling, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then they'll tell you, oh, I'm afraid I can't drive. Look, we're all afraid we can't drive. I hate winter driving like anything. As soon as I start talking about oh winter, oh this and that, then I draw a pipe. Mom, we can't live our lives in fear. you know, like if, if you have something to do, please, you better get to it. Look,
Yeah.
when you have your faith and you apply what the principles in the and you work hard, oh my gosh, it is a fantabulous combustible combination. And yet, we have chosen to become the sleeping dead, walking through life dead. Oh, nyami, oh, 7 days a week you are sitting in church praying. Did you remember your hands? God will establish that. Go and work hard.
Uh-huh.
So that's
I
what we're
forgot to
talking.
say that, right?
So, oops, what did I just do? Okay, so we'll move on
Oh,
to hip.
because of the topic we're talking about,
Mhm,
when you played my ad,
mhm.
I know you would not notice. Only someone in Ghana will notice.
So,
When
sorry.
I said I know you wouldn't even notice because
Mhm.
when I was the video with me in the red dress, I didn't
Yes.
have my ring on.
Okay.
And when I advertise and everything, there's one pastor, Sewa, you know who I'm talking about. There's one pastor. All he saw was go and put on your ring after I had put this ad out. Can you imagine? Who are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah. I'm not
It's
to saying give.
serious.
I'm not
Oh.
saying give me an answer. But how old are you? Things. I. You know what? Now that you've told me, when I go next time, I'll watch. But even then, does it matter?
It doesn't. I actually made it a point not to wear it for two more videos. Just
So if you're not, yeah, this was a video that you were doing, right? Were you advertising for a boyfriend?
she looked.
Huh?
No
Was that
idea.
an advertisement?
Seriously.
You know something? Sometimes it is us. Do you see where his mind is? It is us.
Mm-hmm.
We are so programmed negatively that that's what.
Yeah.
Why would that even strike you? Even if he knows you, he could. Even it's well, Eunice says what? See, a conversation. So, oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Could have even asked me.
yes, he could have. That's what I was going to say. He could have said, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like. But even then, boundaries. You see, that's how we were brought up. Everybody.
Really, there?
Well,
Of course not. I don't always wear it, and my husband is not even bothered about it.
mm,
So,
oh my goodness.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to hypocrisy.
Yeah, I think it takes us to hypocrisy because we are always looking at the outward.
Yes.
The outward appearances, it matters to us more
Yes.
than whatever is in someone's heart. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know, and it's
Look.
both a cultural and religion thing. This one
Yes.
too, yeah.
There's so many examples of it in the
Yeah.
Bible. Now you see and kind of.
Mm.
You see, when Samuel was going to go and anoint David,
The
and
king,
the
yes,
Osofonemu, Opemu Nankasa, the prophet himself, he sees Eliab. Oh, this must be him, handsome
tall
dude.
and
Yeah. And then, and then it's like, nope, it's not him. This one comes,
Mhm,
nope, 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 nope.
mhm.
Is there anybody else? Oh, yeah, there's the little one. He's out in the
It
Ohwenyan.
can't be him. Eh? Ni papa
Yeah,
cry feels that it can't be him.
Ohwenyan. So go and bring him. Go and bring him out. They go, whoa, he's the one.
Yes.
This guy who's been looking after the sheep, killing bears or doing whatever, he was in training. You see, Ghanaians don't respect humility. When
No.
you are humble, they feel so we're Jimmy.
Aye.
But the person
Like
who's
genuine
quiet,
humility. We like the
yes,
fake ones.
genuine,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. You need to still, even with the
We
ring, we
still
still
get
get
proposed
proposed
work.
to.
Of course.
I know. Oh, so and then you have this. Who was it again? The self-righteousness, the hypocrisy, the tax collector, and the was it the Pharisee and the other guy or whoever? in the Bible, they are saying that, oh, me, I've done this, I've done that, I pay my
Oh.
tithes, I do this, I do that. And then the other guy is just beating his chest, God, be merciful to me, a sinner.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
and a lot of us know we are the tax collector. Oh, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah. Oh, blah, blah,
I've
blah.
done this.
Even in church, oh, yes, they take arrogance as wise and rich. Yep.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hypocrisy. A hypocrite is a person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated beliefs
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
feelings. What they say is not what they do. I like
They
that
do.
statement. What they say it
Yeah,
all, they're
saying
there,
one
but they
thing
won't
and
do it.
living
Yes,
differently.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes. They don't. And so hypocrisy is the practice of engaging in the same behavior or activity for which one criticizes another. Oh dear. So,
Just like when your parents will beat you for telling lies and tell you to tell someone they are not there.
yes, 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 yes.
Isn't
The
it
hypocrisy,
confusing?
our
Like if you think about it,
mhm, yeah.
I said
Oh,
it's like that built up, right?
yes.
So our nation and our people are full of it. It's like it's normal now. It's kind of it's been normalized in
I can't find my glasses are weird. I can't see properly with my glasses. What's going on?
oh my, you need to go back.
That- that's
Your
what is
metric.
going on. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's like
Yeah.
when pen we don't I have this statement that I always make that I just love. I say we have to expand our capacity to embrace the truth. Now
Hmm.
hypocrisy a
They do.
dozen. It's
They
too
do.
much. Every time you do something, you are the bad person. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how come you are not talking to so and so, so you won't talk to them? It's not you won't talk to them, it's just you have a boundary in place because they've come through the fence so many times you
Exactly.
refuse to
Oh.
take their disrespect. Wow. And so with that, we were not taught because we were not taught to own ourselves, own our thoughts, own every. It's
Mm-hmm.
like just sit down and let everybody walk all over you.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it
No.
doesn't work. I've had to cut a lot of things. I'm like, no, I don't do this. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Remember Mrs. Doubtfire, that woman? I
Mrs.
don't do that. If I
Doubtfire.
say,
Yeah.
don't do this, I don't do that. So, yeah. And then Amaju says two major things we don't really get: humility and humility and
Humility and
empathy.
empathy.
Yes,
We don't have empathy.
that's it right there. I
Yeah.
said before, a gentleman I know was doing a video the other time, and as he was talking, I'm listening to it, and this thing was passing through my mind. But I started watching his video at a particular point. So when I went to the beginning, the thought that passed through my head, he mentioned it. I said when I was a young girl growing up in Ghana, every
Mm.
Saturday in the Weekly Spectator, you see a staircase with a man in suit going up, and it says, "Be nice to the people you meet on your way up. They are the same people, the same
You
that you meet
can,
on your way down." Christianity, one of the basic foundations of Christianity is humility, love, and all that. But Yamaya Husukokot, even in the church, the way people
mm.
look down on other people are more spiritual. I sing, I do this, I do that, I do this, I'm this, I'm that. You know, if you are the one
Mm-hmm.
who's cleaning, then people are looking down on you that you clean. As for
Yeah.
them, they are sitting standing in front singing, everybody sees them.
Yes. What?
Mm.
And then the ushers will seat you according to how you're dressed as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're
I
treated
have
differently if
one.
you're dressed a certain way. Of course. Yeah. Name and all that.
But that's focusing on the outward appearance again.
Outward, yeah. Everything is outward with us.
Thank God that yeah, I
Asusu
saying the same
Kukaya.
thing. You know something? Nyihu nipa, nyiyimu nipa, hwehwɛnim nipa like our people. Okay, I've heard
Mm-hmm.
people. There's this young gentleman, this guy that I know. He said that he learned a lot from his professor. Like when he was doing his doctorate, his prof, they would go around. He said, "Professor, no, Tim, be a very down to earth, dress very simply."
Yeah.
Even these rich men, look at them. Anyway, I think that it lends credence to the empty barrels make the most
Mhm.
noise.
Mhm.
Fee I'm so sorry. Bo, everybody should look at me.
Yeah.
We act in Christendom, we act like being humble is like you are a leper,
Yeah.
you are a nobody. And see the hypocrisy? The Bible is full of love, compassion, this and that.
Jesus, whom we are following, was
What happened,
humble.
lady? Amaju, I'm not understanding your question.
What happened?
Is there something we missed?
I don't understand either.
Yeah, just please comment back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see what we are saying? That Bible, no. Look at
Mm.
Jesus. You know
Mm.
something? Let me go there. Look at Jesus' time. Look
Hmm.
at how the Pharisees persecuted him. Aren't we the Pharisees of this day?
Oh yes, for sure.
Nyame Suna is a Pharisee one. We are not doing Jesus's
Kind of. Hmm.
we are not walking like Jesus did. Very few are, maybe if I can say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ahobras,
Oh, we
there's
would
no
have judged him. Would have judged
yes,
Jesus just like the
yes,
Pharisees did. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
for me, my thing is if you can't do something, don't say you are doing it. The main
Simple.
oh, okay, she said it was her phone, not you.
Oh.
So it's like if you can't do it, then don't.
Yeah.
Look, maybe if you are coming here and you are listening to this and you feel like you are not going the right way with Onyamisum or whatever, sit down and do an assessment. Yeah. Like for me, my faith and how I live it is nobody's business. My one-on-one, you do your one-on-one too.
Yes. Yeah.
But you have a lot of questions to ask yourself if you are professing something and doing something else. That is a
Mm-hmm.
problem. That's the hypocrisy that we are talking about. And there's a lot of it in our community.
Yeah.
When a woman is going through a terrible situation, and the reason why, and I'm going to go there, the reason why a lot of women in our community are stuck in disastrous and destructive marriages is because of public opinion. And it's
Yes.
the hypocrisy, the judgment that people will judge you. Or even when you are bold enough to go through it, and then they judge you too. And then they feel
Yeah.
insecure on top, especially the women, because women, we seem to have been groomed that our only worth in life is to have a man. So you see another woman on the loose without a man, you are fearful. They are coming towards you, they are coming for your man. So
For your
you
man.
start to cut them off. Instead of maybe if you stop to think this person needs compassion, they need some whatever. Maybe they have kids, their kids are the same age as yours. You go, hey, would you like to me to get your kids at this for a few hours so that you take a break
Mm-hmm.
or do something instead of finding ways to be resourceful, helpful, kind, and nurturing in the church setting. Our tongues are wagging, whoop, 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 whoop,
Yeah.
condemning people. We tie and feather people, and people are sitting in their homes crying, but all they know is, oh, faith, my faith, and so they are still believing and they still going and get more pain. It got to a point I used to ask myself, so the church that I'm supposed to come in and be joyful, be a blessing to others, others bless me, then I go home with pain. Is that
Mm-hmm.
right? You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you get condemned. And you see, the thing about us too is that in our environment, we don't acknowledge our feelings and our emotions. So when you talk or bring something, oh, you are being too sensitive, oh, you are being more than a degree, PhD degrees in harshness. You're so tough and rough, nothing moves you. Look, that's why
Hmm.
here they have counselors. You can go for counseling.
Yeah.
You are not mad. You're just doing a self-check. You're having an assessment. I think every year everybody needs to go for an assessment, period.
True.
You know?
Period.
Yeah. Like the hypocrisy is killing. You sit there and judge and condemn people. Oh, look at her. Oh, this, oh, that. Some, no, no. So what causes this?
What causes the hypocrisy?
Amibo, Aisha says, thank you, Auntie. Yeah, you don't even know me. You say that I'm not living right. You don't understand me. So why do you judge my life? Eh, yeah, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, bre. Yeah, bre. I got told before. I got told before that, oh, I'm an older lady, so it's not everything that I say that I should say, which means I should do katasumo. So it's not in my
Yeah.
spirit to do that. I can't. Mm-mm. If it's
Shouldn't it
not
be
good,
the other way? Yeah, because you've had the
mm,
experience.
yeah. If it's not good, it's not good. Mm. Even the judgment and the condemnation. Oh, this person is the one who's good enough. That one is not good enough. Says who? You know, Jesus, he was the one. This is what we say we are Christians, but Jesus, um, he was the one who was he running around with rich people?
No.
He had the tax collectors, the prostitutes, the whoever's, and
Yeah.
we want to only be seen with the rich and famous.
Hmm.
So you see how we have it all wrong?
Yeah.
Yes. That's also emotional
Mhm.
neglect is our degree, masters in education. Yes. We don't own ourselves, our emotions, our feelings. If I'm not feeling good, I can sit here and say, oh, yeah, today I don't feel whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
no, said, Facebook saying she's not feeling this and that. You're a human being, not a robot. You're a human being, not a robot. Own
Well,
it.
they might be going through the same
The
thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're saying what causes this hypocrisy?
Well, also the hypocrisy. I think it's all based in like not understanding what if we look at the hypocrisy and religion, not
Mm-hmm,
really understanding what we're doing. And
mm-hmm,
then if we look at the cultural, it starts from when you're young and you're told one thing and you see your parents doing a different thing. Then it makes it seem all right, right? It makes it
mm-hmm,
seem like it's normal, and it has
mm-hmm,
become normal in our settings, like in our
mm-hmm.
communities. It is a way of life, so much so that when you tell the truth, you're rather named some way. You're given names.
Yes,
Yes, and
yes.
so I will now hear whatever names are
Too
put.
known.
Mm-hmm.
Marijata.
Yes. Yeah, and for me, if I don't want to do something, I just tell you, no, I can't.
Yeah.
So that one, you're a bad person. You're not kind. You're
Yes.
mean. But
They
I
hate
can't
you.
do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends know this of me. So if I say I'll do something, I see it through. I follow
Mm-hmm.
it through because I want to do it. But if I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
Unless it's like like you're in dire need, then even if I don't want to, I have to help. There are things like
Yes.
that. But
Mm-hmm.
inspirational books, of course. That's
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Miss Sage. Yes, I guess we learned from my experiences. That is the point. Thank you. Hello, Mamle. Own your feelings. It's so important too. It says, yeah, don't go there. Oh, we are paying some. We are paying some. And then Aisha says, self interest is the most obvious reason for any of us to act like hypocrites. Exactly. And then I have that it's, an inflated sense of ego or self righteousness. Yeah. Coupled with an inability to be humble, humility. Na yeah, can. And then also it can be rooted in, you kind of saying, low self esteem and fear. And we use hypocrisy. We use hypocrisy to avoid looking at our own shortcomings and figure out our part in it.
sorry,
Yeah.
guys. This one it doesn't even give me warning. It just goes off. So
Yeah, I'm sure I now call.
mm,
And then I was reading something, so I'm going to read a scripture. But it's First John 4:20 says, "Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar.
mhm,
For whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen."
that's
How much hatred is going on in our hearts, in our sorrowdom.
yeah,
Yeah, you know. So,
and it's in the Bible.
mhm. So we do we understand what we are doing? Mhm. And then Luke 6:46, it says, "Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say?" So the word
Mm-hmm.
of God is in the Bible, and we say
Mm-hmm.
we are the believers, a Christopher Mappa, but
Mm-hmm.
we are not doing what is in the Bible.
Yeah.
So I guess one day we'll all have to account for it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Some of the hypocrisy too is like married men, they give large donations in church. Until when they are abusing the wife and the wife comes to say something, oh, it's okay, go and submit. Or
Yeah.
they are running
Yeah.
around with women. Sometimes it's so hard for people to be corrected or to be brought to account. And then they're judging people harshly. Or women, that hypocrisy in the Christian for women enduring in marriages, but men can run around and do whatever they want. You see, I don't have a problem with teaching people Christian principles for marriage, but every time we are teaching, who are the people who are being taught the most? The
The
women.
women.
About the men. And remember, we can't leave out the religion and the culture. Look at how men have been brought up in it. Wouldn't it be wise to also talk to the men so that when they come into the marriage, then they are humble kakra. But
Mm-hmm.
then you treated them like teen gods outside of in the culture, and then you bring it into the faith. Into it, it's a deadly combination.
Yeah. Marriage
And call you, it's
becomes
not
a
working.
servitude instead of a relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to summarize who a hypocrite is. A hypocrite is one who betrays trust. A hypocrite is one who lies while talking. A hypocrite is one who promises and breaks his promises.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. 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 Kind
So
of
there we
like
have it. Mm. So do you have any more on the hypocrisy? Does anybody have any other comments? We'll go to
mm,
lies.
mm.
Now, what is your take on lies?
For the lies, I think it has hypocrisy also in there. Because
Hmm.
yeah, it's kind of like yeah, we like to live a life of lies.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you know, the first time I went to the States and I was looking for a job, like I realized that they just take your word for it.
Yes.
Because, but nobody can all take your word for it because we know ourselves that we
Hmm.
lie a lot. And we're not here saying that white people don't lie. They do
Oh,
lie.
they do.
But generally,
In the system.
it's yeah, it's not like that at all. And I don't know. It all stems from our culture then because we're all people, we're all the same. It's just the color. So the
Hmm.
culture must be the reason why. And again, that example of being asked to lie and yet being punished for it when you are lying for yourself, it's an example of breeding lies. People we're, we're breeding a people of lies or
Hmm.
yeah, and it's okay because
Brown envelopes.
brown envelopes, yes, that's true. That's true because you're being paid to do something, and yet if you don't get the extra money, you don't do it.
Yes, that's all.
These are some Canadians.
This culture here, no, they don't like the truth. Katasumwemwaso. Hey,
Mm.
Pastor P. Hello, where are
Oh,
you?
I
That we
haven't
don't see.
seen her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't see her comments, and maybe she's on one of the other pages.
yeah. And in our culture too, and someone older can't lie. Like, what is that?
Remember Emmanuel G when he used to come on one of those times, he said a grown up will fart and then he'll come and beat you the child up that you did it. Like if you know you did it, then leave the child alone. What
Yes,
is that?
you don't go and beat them too. On top of, I mean, yeah.
Also share. Like it's you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
lies, no, it's like untrue statements. They create false or misleading impressions. Like
Yeah.
that's all that. You know something? It's the fear and timidity that has made us
Mm-hmm.
lie. You were saying that because
Mm.
just how if you own up to something, you get into more trouble instead of
So would rather,
being
yeah.
acknowledged or praised for your bravery in coming forward to say, hey, I did this, so this
Mm-hmm.
or that. So it becomes and then also we are fearful of being truthful because of fear of harsh punishment or
Mm-hmm.
being condemned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all this
What
is
people would say.
we were not taught, right? That into like myself, sometimes schoolmates remind me and they say, but don't you remember you said this or you did this or you did that? And I go, oh, okay. I thought it's only when I grew up that I became like that. I was like that already.
In the genes.
So, you
We
know,
can lie in our culture, but
mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, the older people can lie in a
Exactly
culture, but
what it
cannot be
is.
told what they said is a liar.
No, because you're disrespectful
Yes,
if you
umwade.
expose, yeah,
Yes.
you
And
expose
then
them.
the truth is not acceptable. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it right there. The truth is not acceptable. You are public enemy number one. So
Mm.
sometimes your head is spinning and then you go, what? You see how confused we are? Because these behaviors, we are living them and we are teaching the next generation. So what's
Yes.
going to happen?
Yes.
What's going to happen to
Gonna
the
keep
society
going
as
on
a
and on.
whole? Yeah.
Mm.
And then we lie in all our relationships.
Well, it starts and goes
It's
in.
just, yeah, it's just that lying is also a known trait as well as personality disorder. Pathological
Pathological
liars.
liars, yeah. Yeah.
And then we lie in all our relationships, children, adults, leaders, church. Eh? There
Everywhere.
was one
Everybody
time
lies.
that a man of God will be busam about something. So getting the information, fine. And then all of a sudden, oh, there's a call coming. Bank or something is calling him to they'll get back to me. Up to today. Why don't you just say I'm not interested? Oh, thank you for the information. I'm not sure that I want
Or
to
I'll
join.
think about it. Just
Yeah,
say I'll think about
yeah.
it.
Like we always think we have to find a story to back up a story. And when you tell one lie, you have to tell many more
Oh,
to
yeah.
cover up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just keep it straight. I think Mark Twain has a quote like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I have to find it. I can't say I've seen something he said. Yeah. So so
And
the lie.
like the keeping up time too. When a Ghanaian says, "Oh, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm on their way there in their bathroom." Like what is that?
Yeah, they haven't even gone into the bathroom yet. Oops. Most especially, it's okay for a man to lie, but not a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is so no now kasasa. Oh, about like hypocrisy all around and they're lying and lying and lying. Eunice says the irony is the one who lied is always portrayed the good child, while the one who admitted doing bad is seen as a bad child. So
True.
from childhood, you are geared to lie to
Life
always look
always
good.
look good.
Thank
That's
you.
perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The
It's
parents
true.
always have their favorites.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know. Movie ya
Heard
bro.
you. We know the answer there. We're from the same.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
It
Hmm.
says lying erodes trust and it threatens self-worth.
It does.
Yeah. Such ironic and a shame. Obapa Shila Amajo Adams. And then uh Amajo is saying thank you to Eunice and the lies, no?
Yeah.
Her statement, yeah. So, like even when you have grown-ups lying on you as a child, how do you feel? Just every time, no, you are squished, you can't be yourself. See, a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
resentment, a lot of resent. Oh, I trust Sister Aisha. Mark Twain, it is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you're a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. Oh, so even in this Western world, you don't lie. Life becomes
Oh my.
challenging if you don't lie. And then real talk and increase the volume. Obapa, Aisha with the X Factor. Keep quiet. And then if you open your mouth, you let people know that, oh, Akwa we bibi hano.
Mm.
Oh, Lord. Lying
Mm.
destroys relationships and it also destroys your reputation
The,
because people won't trust you. Nobody
yeah,
will trust you when you do,
keep
you can't,
lying.
you don't, your word is not
You're not
convincing to people. Yeah, you're not,
trustworthy.
like,
Yeah.
you know, if I tell you I'll do something, I will do it. But if I'm not able to, I'll come back to you and say, hey, this is the reason why I'm not
Yeah.
able to.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to do that. And then we tell lies to
No.
each other. Oh, Mekra, oh, I'm not able to come to such and such because this is happening. One of the kids is sick. One of the kids is sick. No, it means that they have another situation somewhere. Then somebody will come back and say, oh, I said, Messi, I'm away. Oh, me, where is your who at this particular function? So why don't you just tell the person that, look, unfortunately, I have a conflict. I'll see if I can make it. But if you don't see me, you know that I'm at the other program because
Mm-hmm.
they invited me first. Is that not the truth?
It is. And
But we tie ourselves up in these knots and we feel that we have to lie. Why are we so afraid of speaking the truth?
it has some people pleasing in there as well. We always want to
Oh,
please people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
You know, when I started, like, when I came, I actually cut off a lot of people and then I started interacting with them again. And I realized that it's okay if they say they'll call you back and they don't call you. Like,
Hmm.
because when I say I'll call somebody back and I'm not able to, I will at least send a text because I feel the
Yeah.
person is waiting. But
Hmm.
no, it's normal. And when you ask them, it's like, oh, I say, oh, so we are too much, kind of thing.
Wait, no, but you said it's not that. It's just that it's common courtesy, right? But even
Yes,
like, yeah, sometimes somebody will say they'll call you. You have an appointment to go over something. And then at that time, they are not calling you. And you're also waiting. And then
yeah.
an hour and a half later, they come and tell you, oh, this is what happened. Why couldn't you have told me before?
You even
Is
be
it
lucky they come back.
Yeah, is it too much to ask? This is the thing. Some of these, you
Yeah,
see, and these are some of the traits and behaviors that we have, and we have come outside and we are living with it, and we do these things in our new environment, and it's impacting us. And
yeah.
you take these situations into a job setting or do whatever, and then when
Mm-hmm.
something happens and you are reprimanded or you are fired or whatever, then you say "Ukrum
Because
abefo."
and I say because me too.
Yes, but
Aye.
we don't take stock of ourselves. We don't do self-assessments. Um, Adjoa says the joke is always on those who judge without validation, information, condemn you to fit into the societal dysfunctional mindsets, lie to satisfy their own self-interest, lack of morals, lack of critical thinking, lack of understanding. Adjoa, what you're saying is so true because people don't understand you.
Yeah.
They think you are too much, but the problem is that they haven't done that work to get where you are that you are comfortable being able to say, I'll answer to this, I don't answer to that. They
Yeah.
just say, oh, kyerɛ ne ho. But because they are stuck in some of these people pleasing modes, like Yaa is saying, and some of the other stuff we've talked about, the
Yeah.
timidity, the cowardice, people won't own anything to open their mouth and speak up and say, this does not work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Eunice says one problem is our culture don't respect time. We do it to ourselves
Mm-hmm.
as well as others. Yes, time is a
Yes.
big one for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't.
At
No, no,
all.
no,
Oh,
no, no. So let's take a quick break and
yeah.
then
We'll
we
take a
can,
call.
yes, um we'll talk quickly about going forward and then maybe we'll take
Right.
some calls. Let's see. Okay. So all right, I'll do one commercial too. So this here is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. You can find it on Amazon and what do you call it? Innovi Books as well as Barnes and Nobles. This book is a nugget. Hey, even 10-year-olds can read it.
Yeah.
Read it and empower yourself. It has
Very
questions that you
serious.
can reflect on to help you in your life journey. You know, I'll tell you a story. I guess I did have experience to write this book after all. In one of the churches in which I was made a Merkur leader. And at the time, I didn't have a clue. I'm not somebody that I'll tell you that I was in Ghana going to churches and Christianim Mapa Krife, no. So one time I got the what was it? The somebody said to me that, oh, a Mercury down in Paibo, they were leaving the church, and they were leaving the church, so they made that statement, and so another person who also who departed, they would come and tell me this, and I looked at them and I said, yeah, true. But that person who's made that comment, she can pray like God is coming down right now. But when I look at her behavior, I'll never follow her. So the person who came to come and do this at home, so to tell me what that other person, they couldn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
These are some of the things that we are talking about. Hypocrisy. You are condemning me. You can pray like hail and brimstone are going to fall down now. But your behavior is not leading anybody to Christ. So these are some of the things we should be aware of. So my experience is in here. And then the other thing too is that because at the time I was now finding my way, I didn't know the Bible that well, and they said all these things. Then sometimes I'll go and teach on something, and I was teaching on something. They said, hey, and then I deliberately said, yeah, I was told that I don't know this, I don't know that. And that same lady said, yeah, me cry, me can be. And I said, aha, the truth will always come out. I wasn't racing with anybody. I was racing with myself. So these are the two books. Refreshing for My Weary Soul. You can get it on Amazon and Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and Innovi Books. And then Reflections for My Thirsty Soul. It's on Freezing Press, Amazon, and Innovi Books. So if I don't know Nyamisoma, whatever I wrote is in here. It's full of Nyamisom. So never condemn anybody. We are full in our community of looking at people first impressions, then we discard them and we write them off. Never do that. That person you are writing off could be your destiny helper. And when you close that door, you know, when you never ever, how do we even say, don't burn all your bridges, just leave it so that you can walk back again. So all some of these things that people said is like, who are you to condemn anybody? The worst thing that I ever heard when I went to Abrofo, sorry, and they came and prayed for me, so I was able to speak in tongues. And to me call me first Ghana for sorry, and then one day the Osofo was preaching, and they said, "Oh, about speaking in tongues and all that." So he asked a question, "Who can speak in tongues?" When I lifted my hand up, he looked at me. He said, "Oh no." I'm like, "Really, Osofo no?" Yeah.
Oh no, meaning what?
Meaning that you are too timid or you are too quiet to be. This is how we behave in our churches. So I'm giving you the example. It happened. Yeah, we are being real here. So I'm telling my story so people know where I
Wow.
come from. Yeah. And then to, you know, when you are in churches and you are doing certain things, a lot of the things that I'm doing now, I'm doing them after coming out from one of the churches because it can't be contained in there. And I'm not saying I'm all whatever, but we are not very good at building people up. And,
People up.
you know,
Yeah.
because we think when we are building somebody up, it's for them. We don't look
It's
at
a
it that it's for the
competition all the
person.
time. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So there. And also, let me do one more commercial and let's go. Yeah, today, dear, you are here forever. So,
I don't have to work.
sorry,
But I don't have to work.
on Fridays at 4:30 Mountain Standard Time, which is my time, but 6:30 Eastern Time, Miss Adwodo does Abrabomunsem. Oh boy, and it's so it's been very exciting this last little while. Join her, please join her. And today at 1 p.m. Eastern, no, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Sister Ajuodo will be on with Osofo Samuel Okuso. Please join them for this powerful discussions. It's truly been an education. There's lots that we teach on this program. As well, on Sundays at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, there is a Dreamers and Visionary free coaching with the lovely and sassy Pastor Patience Edwards. Look, believe you me, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot since I started joining these programs. So please, let's support one another.
Yeah, please send
Okay?
me the link this Sunday.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
send it. Text me later today. I'll send it because I don't like forgetting things. Oh, there's a lot of comments that came through. Let me let me find them. Oh my God. Oh wow. Aha. I'll start from Aisha's. The witches are even scared of us now. Oh, when we were saying that everything we say, which we don't, we don't do anything. We take our
Yeah,
behavior to the workplace.
everything.
Adjoa says people who refuse to learn for growth and change are stuck in a deep pit and illusional world, wasting their lives away with no realistic goals. Their lives are pathetic, yet they see themselves as smarter. Chai, lack of knowledge, my people perish indeed. Yes, they are the ones who come and tell you how to live your life. And Aisha says, I bet on it. Yeah. And Sister Amajo says, yelling and screaming in the name of prayers. Ask them if God is deaf and they'll go crazy. Amajo, you won't kill me this afternoon, okay? Oh gosh. Um, yeah, let's go to the way forward and then we can um see
After
if
the way
anybody.
forward, I'll have to continue in the car.
Okay, okay,
I just got a notification. I have to go for a showing again.
okay, sure, no worries. So then I will call
No, I'll have
people.
the audio at least. Yeah, people
Oh,
will call in and then yeah,
okay, sure,
yeah,
sure, that's
yeah.
good. So do you
Well,
want
the
to
way
start?
forward, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming. Why? I have to take
Okay,
a break. I'll be right
all
back.
right. So the way forward when it comes to religion and relationship, I think the choice is obvious. It's relationship, and that is what it is meant to be. Christianity is meant to be a relationship, not rules and regulations, and that is what Jesus came to do away with. Well, because if we look at when he was walking in the field and his disciples were hungry, ideally he shouldn't have let them cut the corn or whatever plant it was. I forget. I think it was corn or maize or whatever. But he did. So in this instance, we would have judged him. He has broken the law, the Sabbath law, and or whatever law that um, we've put on ourselves. So, if we're going to do Christianity, which is to follow Jesus Christ and be Christ like, then we have to live a life of love. I mean, concentrate on love. And I also think, or I know for me, what has helped me, although I have gone back and forth more than twice, more than a couple of times. I am a bit rebellious, so yeah. But what has helped me is that I started like to have a relationship with God. It's not about the pastor. It's not about the church members. I go to listen because it inspires me and it boosts me up. Like it does help me. I don't go to church because I have to. I go because I want to. It makes me feel refreshed for the coming week. And in that, so whatever that's going on around me, I really don't care. I go to listen to the word, I come back home. And then if you have a relationship with God, you can't have a relationship with someone and not talk to them. I talk to him. I don't have to necessarily go on my knees or whatever. I talk to him wherever I am. Sometimes I'm having conversations. Sometimes I'm out of my body looking at me. I'll seem like a crazy person because if I feel I'm talking to him in my heart and then I, I laugh because maybe what I said I feel was silly or something. So I do talk to him normally and I don't let people's rules and stuff. Um, I don't let people's rules rule my life. I read the Bible. I let the Holy Spirit interpret it to me, and however I understand it, I take it because not it's not only the pastor who has access to God or access to the Holy Spirit. So um, yeah, so I feel that if we concentrate more on building a relationship with God, it will be good for us as Christians. So that's for the religion, and that would also, I think, because the hypocrisy, the lies, I think Christianity can solve that. Like if we do it the proper way, because if you have a relationship with God, you would not look at the next person beside you. They would not determine what you do, what you wear, what you say, whatever. It will be what you understand the Bible asking you to do, and you live your life according to that. And trust me, it's very freeing because really, I do whatever I want as long as I feel that God is okay with it, not what people think it should be or what length of skirts to wear and all those kind of things. Yeah, no. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. So for myself, going forward, I said we have to practice empathy, compassion, and mercy. Also, we need to pursue our knowledge. Like, don't live in fear. Discover your potential and live life to the fullest. Don't let rules and people's expectations in the name of faith. As Yah was saying, it's a relationship thing. Yes. When she was saying she talks to God, like I do the same thing. I pray in my heart. I'm speaking, I'm praying. And nobody needs to know that. Sometimes even when I used to go to work, well, that was 2.5 years ago on the train. Sometimes you are sitting on the bus or in the train and you are praying in your head or walking around somewhere and you are praying, or it's your life. It's personal. It's not what you have to outward show. No, that's not what you need to be doing. It's a heart matter. And also, don't condemn. Keep an open mind and avoid criticizing others. We are so judgmental, like Sister Eunice was saying when she first colored her hair purple. You can color your hair yellow. Like me, Kura, look at mine. I'm sure when I get to Ghana right now, you'll get a comment. One time, there was somebody, I forget who, had taken a picture with Mrs. Lodina Mahama. And Mrs. Mahama's hair was kind of, is it like reddish or kind of burgundy? And go and see the comment in the thread. And I'm like, can't we allow people to just be? Is she at her age? And you are saying this to her. So when can she live her own life? We live, somebody put a comment here. I think it was Mr. Aisha, something about putting people in boxes or something and not allowing them to live. We have to be real and don't pretend to be something that you are not. In the Nyamisom, I remember when I was in these our churches, every Sunday you are in church. I mean, of course, if you are not sick or whatever. For me, let me put it this way: when I believe that if you want to teach your children faith, you start them young because it's hard to teach them when they are grown up. So for me, I used to get, oh, mommy, where there? Onamanani madinechi. Yeah, should I leave them at home to sleep? No. But now they are adults, they are young adults. There are sometimes they won't go because maybe the night before they stayed up late, or maybe they are braiding their hair. Yeah, they braid their own hair now. They are braiding their hair and they are not done. What are you going to do? Are you going to force them? They still know God. When they're able to go, they go. Now even there's 2 services. Me on Sundays, I go to the 9:30 service because I have to come back and come to my class with Pastor P. But they like to sleep in, so they'll wake up. Oh yeah, because also call.
Switching. Me use the phone, no, so I don't make me IO card.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they switch and they go at the 11:30. So I go by myself for the morning. Yeah. And so are you going to force them? They're old enough. They think for themselves. Am I going to condemn them that sometimes they are not there, sometimes they are there? They know God. I've taught them the basics, make them carry on with it. But before, maybe I would have been saying a different thing. Oh, you didn't go to church. Oh, you didn't because we are so religious. Yeah. And yeah, when we were in those environments, we were also doing the religious behaviors. Oh, this, oh, that, rigid rules, very rigid. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I did. I will call. Let me see. I will call the other. Oh, okay. Word when I colored my hair years ago. So, as well, embrace humility, and regularly practice integrity. All this lying and cover ups, can you be trusted? If somebody is doing business with you, oh, that person, when you give them the contract, they don't do it properly or they don't do it on time. Is that what you want your life to be? You yourself forgive your shortcomings. You're putting too much pressure on yourself in the name of public opinions. And let's be truthful. Let's own it. Again, I'll say we must expand our capacity to embrace truth as a people. So all this, like this religious thing that we've been talking about, if you're in a situation, sometimes the religion, it confines you, it restricts you, so you are not free as a person. Do something about it. Sometimes it takes walking away. It takes walking away. And you have to, there's liberty. There's liberty. Nyamesum kokoti, that we are doing in our society is not helping anybody. And sometimes when you take some of these actions, people criticize, they don't understand, and they judge. But it's okay, let them judge. That's fine. So, yes, we've said a lot today. We've been talking about religion, the impact of religion, lies, and hypocrisy on your life journey. So I'll put the number out. If you want to call, you can do so. If I can find my phone, please call me on WhatsApp, or as well, if it's Messenger, let me know. But if there's no calls, then we can wrap up and finish the program. The number to call is 1-780-984-6416. Going once, going twice. There's a comment here. Okay, let's see. She says, they wish it's them more. Yeah, sometimes people want to do what you're doing and they don't know because we've not been taught how to, we don't know how to encourage or motivate people. We don't know how to speak truth to people and say, hey, I like that. You look good. So they would rather judge you and put you in a box. How dare you get out of that box that I'm still stuck in, is what it is. Yes. Okay. I don't think anybody is calling in today. So in that case, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up. I don't know if you have any final comments or you've said your comments. So I'll bring back the banner here. Today, we felt it important to come and talk about this topic because a lot of us, our upbringing was based on Christian principles. In the society, we were taught the cultural values plus the principles that we know. But since some of us left home, since some of us Thank you, Amajo. Since some of us left home, we see a different dynamic. All kinds of things are going on. The values that we were brought up with, something seems to have happened. The values have been perverted. Yes. Today, there's no dignity in hard work. The youth, especially, they want everything quickly. They want money and they want it now. The most, I don't know how to describe it, but the most degrading thing that I've heard recently is about this Portia potty situations. Yesterday, my oldest daughter was eating and I was sitting by her talking. I forgot that she was eating and then I said this thing to her. She just about like was gagging. It is so, so sad. It is so sad that we live in a society where we think that this is the best way. Where are the teachings? The teachings of the proper cultural versus the Christian principles and values. All we know now are insults. We become so religious, so many religious nuts walking around. We still have this expectation that manna is going to fall from heaven, but we don't apply those same principles we see in the Bible about hard work, working hard, working hard. When you work hard, God blesses the work of your hands. There's dignity in hard work in the sense that you accomplish something, you look at it and you tell yourself, wow, I did good, I did it. And then you push yourself on to the next level. Where have we gone wrong? Women need to be taught to value themselves. I'm asking myself, is money everything? Money answereth all things. Don't get me wrong, we need it. But what is the Bible verse again? Money is not evil. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. So the love of money will make somebody lie down for somebody to poop in their mouth. I can't think about it. I can't. And I'm asking myself, who are these people? What is going on with them? Even I had an amount of 50,000. I'm like, 50,000? Won't it finish? I'm not here advocating for people to do wrong things, but I'm saying that if you're going to do something foolish for money, then it's got to be high stakes. 50,000 for this degradation or whatever else that people are doing? Really? What is wrong with us that we live in this competitive society that somebody's got a car, somebody's got this, and I also have to have it because of all these things going on? The religious attitudes, the hypocrisy, and the lies. We don't speak truth to each other. Please, if you are raising a young boy, a young girl, or any youth, speak with them, advise them, empower them. That's what we need. And when you are a person of faith, please don't be those ones who are writing those religious comments and condemning people. Have a practical view of your faith. Yes, faith is one-on-one. It's a relationship with God. But at the same time, Amajo, sorry, I didn't even realize that you were calling. I'm talking here and then I had to look down and see my phone. Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mom. Am I on the show?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. You just brought up this party potty thing, and I want to comment about that.
Okay.
It's only if you don't value yourself anymore.
Yes.
It's only if you feel like, this body is useless. Let me use it for anything else. That is what will push you, because you said your daughter was asking what is wrong with them. I think a lot that goes through all these damaged goods. Their body is nothing to them anymore. They don't see it to be anything anymore. So they rather waste it for money. And just as you said, if you want to waste it and you waste it, you will waste it. Then it shouldn't be 50,000. It should be something more
higher
valuable
stakes.
than that.
Yes, higher
because
stakes.
If we should get those girls, sit them down and ask them what they went through, the story will be either one pastor rape, one father rape, one stepfather rape, the story will be many.
Yes.
So me jumping and question them, oh, it's because they want money or whatsoever. We have to question who will do it, because the fact is, if you love your body that much, you will not go as low as going to a party where I would take money for somebody to shit in my mouth.
Yes.
We have to think twice when we are really talking about those things. People going about saying all sorts of things. We are in a world whereby today it's like if you are from a poor home, it's like a crime. It's like a poverty. It's like, oh, all of a sudden, you know, certain things are not going right as it's supposed to be anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not a crime for anybody. But look at what it is now. Not just say, "Would you one are you nipa? Oh, you hear near the year, near the year, one might be a commercial you know. Into the Bemma word you must say, obey yes, I am not.
Yeah.
So, into I am very sad out there. Anyway, that's my input. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Today.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thanks for contributing, Amajo. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye. So yes, that was our sister Amajo with her thoughts on the Hosha Poddy. So yes, with that, we said a lot today. Take it away, mull over it, and make an impact on somebody out there as well. Encourage yourself, empower yourself, always live your best life. Hey, we'll be back next Saturday. That will be, well, I'm trying to do the math. That will be May 14th. Okay. Yes, same time, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11:30 Eastern. As well, watch out for Auntie Yaa'S Nuggets. I believe those are on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. Those are pre-recorded, so I program them to come on at 7:30 each morning. And then also the short videos from the Own It and the Beauty series. I thank you so much for joining us today. Miss Aisha, Sister Amajo, Sister Sosika, Sister Eunice, Sister Sage, Pastor P. Let's see. Did I get everybody? Please, if I didn't mention your name, forgive me. Sister Esther, yes, forgive me. I just scrolled through the comments, but there were so many that they've gone by. We appreciate you joining us today. Have a wonderful week. And always remember that your faith is a relationship, one-on-one relationship. It's not the outward show that you present to people. No. Let's live right. Let's do the right thing and let's empower each other. Thank you. God bless you all. Bye-bye.